Hi, it's Randy here from Silect Software. I'm really excited to introduce the latest update to the override generator. We've added support now for discovery overrides and monitor overrides. So this is just about ready to release as a prototype, so you can get a sneak peek at this very cool feature soon to be available in MP Studio. Okay, so I'm registering a management server, and the override generator is going to go out and discover all the management packs installed in that management group. So the idea is scroll through the list and pick the management pack for which you wish to create overrides. So I'm going to select the Windows Server 2008 Monitoring Management Pack. Next, I need to check which of the rule override properties I wish to have created. So I'm going to create an override for each one of these that I've selected. Now I can modify these. I might set the enable status to true. I could choose which ones I want to set as a default, and that'll just get reused the next time I run the override generator. So let's go on and do the discovery overrides. Here we find just a single property available, and I'm going to enable that so every discovery will have the enabled status set to true, and those overrides are going to be created. Okay, so monitor overrides, quite a bit more to it. Let's select a bunch of these, and the override generator is going to create each of these overrides if it exists in the monitors in this particular management pack. So we'll grab a handful of these. Interval in seconds. So remember, if this exists, it will get created in the resulting override management pack that we're about to create. There's quite a few of them that could potentially exist. And in fact, when we release, I'm sure there will be a few more added to the list. So we'll select next, and now we need to create the default names. So this is very slick. We're going to use a prefix on each one of these. I could choose to use a suffix instead, but let's go with a prefix. We're going to add an OR for each rule override, OM for each monitor override, and an OD for each discovery override. Now, we also want to use the name of the management pack plus the rule, monitor, or discovery as the override name. However, you do have the option to use the GUID as an override name, for example. Okay, we'll select next, and now we need to determine whether or not we want to create a new management pack, or if we want to store these overrides in an existing management pack. So, for example, if I chose existing management pack, here are a few of them that were found on this particular management server. And in our case, I'd prefer to create a new one. So we'll use the default. The override generator has added the word override to the sealed management pack name. And I'm good with that. So we've also leveraged the existing version of that management pack, and our override management pack will start with that number. So if we click finish, this will now start creating. First, it'll create the override management pack and store the overrides in that management pack. Next, we'll go into MP Studio in order to see just how many overrides we've created, and review what we've done here in a matter of minutes. Okay, so that is processing. It's creating the requested rule overrides. Now, this feature is going to be very useful for doing things quickly within Ops Manager. Perhaps you've got a ticketing system and you want to change the overrides which control which alerts are going to get forwarded. Or perhaps you're putting a machine in maintenance and you want to modify the override so you don't get a bunch of false alerts. So there's a couple of scenarios. Or you're just starting with a new management pack and you'd like to get the override management pack created so you can get things customized. So the override generator is going to give you the way to do this and apply standard configuration for certain overrides. Things like generates alert, auto resolve, all of those can have some standard overrides applied. Okay, so here's what we've just created. There's the manifest. If I select the override element in the MP Contents panel, we can see we've just created 299 overrides in a couple of minutes. So if I was to group by MP element, now we can see we've created 52 configuration monitoring overrides. We've created 146 configuration monitoring rule configuration overrides, and 69 monitoring rule property overrides, and 32 monitor property overrides. Now that's in MP Studio. We can go ahead and even modify these. We can test this management pack. We could document all these overrides that we've created into a spreadsheet. Thank you very much, and I look forward to making the override generator available to you guys so you can check it out yourself. Thank you very much.